Good evening, everyone. Wizard of Wood, Everett Abrams here, and thank you for checking out this video on the YouTube channel. I wanted to talk today a little bit about a recommendation that I was not aware of with old Uncapped Composite, and I'm going to be specific regarding Trex, but this product is actually meant for uncapped composite decking, which is a great idea on the old composite decking, because we run into some of the old composite. You know, the old composite, it was a mess, starting from manufacturer recommendations where they didn't require 12-inch centers for the joist regarding a diagonal herringbone type pattern. So what happens is when you get these, 16, becomes a 23.5-inch span on an angle, or 24 is even greater, and just even the spacing on railings and so forth, we would see a lot of waviness on these things. They were just really bad from the recommendation from the beginning to actually how it all played out. But originally, it was only a 10-year warranty, so people were paying for double the price for half the warranty than what they would have gotten from wood to begin with. So anyway, enough of the history. It was a stainable product, or is a stainable product, these uncapped composites. So there's uncapped and capped composites. You can see the difference in a long video I did on composite decks, one of the other videos. But let's just, for sake of argument, let's just say we all know what capped and uncapped is. The capped doesn't get stained, it has the color, blah, 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 so forth, the newer stuff. But the old stuff, again, sometimes we run into some really good stuff, and a lot of customers are like, well, it's not that bad. How do I take care of it? How do I get rid of the black spots in it? Not going to get rid of some of the black spots too much because of the age and the fact that it came from tannin bleed from the wood content in the wood. So Trex, using red oak back in the day, anybody ever had leaf stains, we know that those oak leaf stains are very black, they're very difficult. So that's where we got into where Quarter Clean was the brightener, which the brightener neutralizes the tannins. So there was a step 1 and step 2. So we're getting the organic growth, and then we go for the brightener for the tannin bleed. So what happens is, over the course of time, these things get stained, and people will call you out and say, hey, my deck looks terrible. I don't think it's that in bad shape. What can you do? Well, being a stainable product and going from what Trex used to recommend was always the Cabot stains, or Cabot sealers even. The clear water-based sealer used to be in the blue can. So, again, being a stainable product, we've been staining these decks for years, and never once did an issue ever come up regarding that one way or another. All of a sudden, fast forward to a couple days ago, and I got from a customer that said Trex is recommending a product called Versacryl. I don't know Versacryl. I know nothing about them. Might be the greatest product in the world. Could be revolutionary, so forth and so on. About a 10-year-old company, from what I gather. But what they create is more of a shell or a solid coating on a product that's moving. And we've all seen in the past how bad that idea is. Even just a solid stain on horizontal decking, when it expands and contracts, it pops the stain because it's solid, there's no give. So this is creating a shell. Now, I don't know that it moves or doesn't move with the product, but I'm not convinced that one way or the other. I have my druthers because we've already been down the rabbit hole with some of these products and some of the things that were recommended and not recommended. Pressure washing, then not pressure not pressure washing, and then now you can pressure wash the new stuff and blah, blah, blah. Then what products you can go with, what voids warranties, what doesn't. So Versacryl basically comes in colors. It's rolled on. There's a great video, a training video. It's really good. So I did a little research on Versacryl on the product, and the big thing that I got out of it, the customer I just had has 1,100 square foot of just flat surface on 2 decks. So what I got was they have a kit that covers about 300, 350 square foot for $1,590. So I would probably have to get 4 kits plus shipping and freight, which would take me somewheres around $5,000 for the total cost. Now, I haven't even cleaned the deck yet. Okay, that's what it's going to cost me to get the product here. I still have to clean the decking. Okay, once I clean the decking, then I have to put 2 coats of this stuff on, by the way, not 1 coat. So putting 2 coats of that, the labor, and then as a company, we have to make profit. This job is now over $10,000 on a product that's not even in warranty anymore. It's not warranted anymore. And Trex is recommending that. I have it in writing, and I called there today and spoke to a young lady, I'll leave her name out of this, who was very helpful. Doesn't know when they started recommending Versacryl, and said that they actually recommend both when they talk, but the customer I spoke to did not reference the other product, only that they discussed Versacryl. But it does say you can still use other products on the Trex because it's stainable and so forth, but that recommendation for Versacryl is there. I don't know what their warranty covers. I couldn't find it. I heard a comment, or read a comment, excuse me, that, excuse me, could use a little water, I'm talking too much. Sorry, that the warranty doesn't cover adhesion. So if somebody from Versacryl looks at this video, please comment and say whether it does or doesn't. So I couldn't really get the gist of what it actually covers or doesn't. The point being I get out of all this is, if it's going to cost over $10,000 for a product that's out of warranty, wouldn't you be better served taking that $10,000 and putting down new material? And shouldn't Trex, I'm sorry, I don't work for Trex, but shouldn't Trex put out possibly the idea of using their new material and putting a new deck down that would have a 25 or a 50-year guarantee, depending on the product, and a chance to sell that new deck? I think it's smart. I wouldn't put over $10,000 into an old deck that's out of warranty, that's 15, 20 years, whatever it is, of the old Uncapped material. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. And as I said to the customer, when something doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure what to believe with this Versacryl. I haven't seen it. I just see the videos. I don't know if it could be the newest, latest, and greatest thing. But kind of have my doubts just because of history. Because when you're told that even if you have 1% of wood content in a product and you need it to be sealed and you don't, and it gets sold a certain way, from the beginning it doesn't sound right. And I think this is the same thing we're dealing with here, is why would we spend that kind of money, put a solid shell on top of this stuff that we don't know if it's going to crack, peel, go away, is it warranted, is it not? A lot of information to get. Trex is putting it out, but then they refer you to the company as far as getting the information and so forth. So just want to put it out there for you people that are interested. Check out Versacryl. Make the decision for yourself. Just want to let you know that Trex is recommending that, and that's out there. So I'm still trying to wade through it, but wanted to get this video out and let people know that that's a new recommendation from Trex, or fairly new, that a lot of people don't seem to be talking about, because they're either telling people to replace the deck or to apply a stain, buy you a couple years, and then replace the deck. And then we come up with this Versacryl, which I didn't mention, is a 10-year guarantee or 10-year warranty on the product. Gets color or whatever, but there is a 10-year warranty of some sort. So maybe it is the latest and greatest. I don't know. Check out for yourself. Just want to bring it to your attention. And Versacryl is Versacryl. Versacryl. Check it out. Check out Trex. Check out the Wizard. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hope this information was helpful. And I'll see you in the next video.